Здравствуйте. Так, а сегодня Олимпиаду делаете?
Что, Яночка, привет.
Здрасте. Сегодня Олимпиада или что? Или книжки?
Олимпиада сегодня вторник, друзья, Олимпиада будет в четверг.
Ой, боже, я забыла.
Ничего страшного.
Я уже
Работаем,
запуталась.
мои хорошие. Пробуем, пожалуйста, закончить сегодня юнит 9. Предлагаю обратиться на страничку 84. И
Так,
сегодня,
сейчас я открываю.
и сегодня у нас письмо.
Угу.
Страничка 84. Так.
Я не могу демонстрацию включить, не пускает
Ну
опять.
да, опять же, ну, понятное дело, что это интрига, как обычно. Вот сейчас должно получиться.
Так, что пробуем? Мгм.
Так. Угу. 84, друзья мои, 84.
Мгм.
Поехали. Сегодня мы делаем с вами writing a tactful letter. Что это за тактический лист, письмо? Давайте смотреть. You are starting a new job. Яночка, давай единичку читать.
You are starting a new job in a large company. Do you wear the latest fashion, a smart suit, something unusual so people will notice you?
Well, путь, моя хорошая. What do you wear?
A smart suit?
Because.
Because I think that if you are going for a new job, mm, I would like to wear something comfy in this situation and something that won't uh, like distract me from the work.
Very good, guys. Thank you. And now Veronica works, please. Number 2.
Veronica works in a large advertising company. She wrote this email about a junior colleague's appearance to the human resources manager. Так, according to Veronica, what is wrong with her colleague's appearance? What examples does she give?
Поехали.
Так,
Я думаю, что это письмо повыше, то, которое синее. Ага.
да. Так, dear Narinder, do you remember our conversation the other week about Anita Ferdinand's outlandish clothes? Well, she turned up at a meeting with clients yesterday in another ridiculous outfit, ripped jeans and a gaudy, bright pink top covered in gold stars. What's more, the top had no sleeves to the huge tattoo on her arm was really obvious. She is also now wearing a ring in her eyebrow as well as two in her nose. Talk about over the top. All this didn't go unnoticed at the meeting either. This were quite a few raised eyebrows. I know she's really talented and she writes brilliant advertising copy, but she needs to be aware of how she comes across. I'm sorry to bother you about this, but I've tried having a quiet word and it hasn't worked. Regards, Veronica.
Мгм. Перевод нам нужен, друзья мои?
Нет.
Отлично, тогда идем в номер 3. Нет, подождите, мы же не ответили.
Так, according to Veronica, what is wrong with her colleague's appearance? About appearance, that she has a huge tattoo on her arm and uh, that she is now wearing a ring in her eyebrow and two in her nose.
Yeah.
What examples does she give? В смысле examples?
Who knows? Who knows? Какие примеры? Ripped jeans. Yes.
Ripped jeans and a gaudy bright pink top covered in gold stars.
Body sleeveless top. Very well, thank you. Let's have it with number 3.
It is company policy to deal with such problems in writing, but Narinder is anxious to be tactful. How might the following make the letter tactful? Formal language on the statement, positive vocabulary, impersonal constructions. Read Narinder's letter and choose the best alternative. Так. Получается, вот это вот справа, насколько я вижу. First match, March. Так, dear Miss Ferdinand, I'm writing to you because I feel that I must mention a problem which has been brought to my attention. While the company is extremely pleased with the quality of our work and your innovative approach, we feel that your style of dress is not entirely in keeping with our image. I appreciate that the unusual combinations and outrageous style of your clothes are characteristic of the artistic flair which you bring to your work, but they are not really suitable for company meetings. I also feel that the amount of body jewelry you wear is a little excessive and may be rather distracting for clients, as well as not setting a very appropriate example for younger, more impressionable employees. I would therefore suggest you wear slightly less risk outfits in future and ask you to remove the body jewelry and make sure that you cover up your tattoo. I trust that you will understand my reasons for this request and assure you that the quality of your work is not being called into question. Yours sincerely, Narinder Ray, Human Resources Manager.
Very well, guys. Ответим, да, хороший на вопрос.
Так, how might the following make letter tactful? Formal language, understatement, positive vocabulary, impersonal constructions. I think that using all of this can make you more polite and it won't sound rude and the problem can be solved in a positive way.
Very well, guys. Яночка,
Поэтому
посмотри, пожалуйста, на лексику, на слова из этого куска, потому что я хочу уйти с него, если будет необходимо, ответить на вопросы или какие-то слова подчеркнуть.
Всё, в принципе, понятно. Да, все понятно.
Яночка, 85, пожалуйста. 4, пожалуйста, Яночка.
How does Narinder's letter tone down Veronica's message? Find examples of the 4 ways of being tactful given in exercise 3A. Tone down, это в смысле как?
Tone down — это смягчать.
Так, find examples of the 4 ways of being tactful given in exercise 3A. Так, Narinda uses more polite and more like tactful phrases in her message. And she also is not being rude or angry or something. And she's trying to solve this problem without any conflicts. And Veronica's message, it was like without filter, I think, and it sounded quite rude, maybe. Find examples of the 4 ways of being tactful given in exercise 3A. Так, это...
Что тут может быть? Тут очень много их, блин.
Narinda used, as I said, more polite phrases. For example, she didn't use weird color, and she said unusual combinations of colors. And she didn't use over the top. She said a little excessive, and she didn't use word combination less ridiculous, and instead of that she said slightly less risk. And there are a lot of such word combinations that sounded more polite.
Хорошо, мы хороший сейчас проект. Давайте сделаем 5.
A college has commissioned 2 designers to design the front cover of its new brochure. You have been asked to choose the best design. In pairs, look at 2 designs on page 111 and choose the best one. Make a list of reasons why you did not choose the other one. Think about how appropriate it is for the cover of a college brochure, how original it is, how eye-catching it is, how color is used. 111 получается. Так, сейчас. Так вот, дизайн 1, дизайн 2. I think that the best design is design number 1, because the шрифт.
Боже мой. Идемте смотреть шрифт в контексте. Так. Type. Font.
Фонд, точно.
Font.
Font is a lot easier to read than on the design 2. And I think that the design number 1 has better combination of colors than design 2. And it is quite original because we can see keys there, but we also can see keys on the second design. but I think that так. We can see different people on this design, and maybe if we look at this design, people can say that everybody or a great amount of people can find the keys to different languages.
Thank you. Let's go back. Это я читаю A. Давайте почитаем A, B, C, сделаем с них одно.
Так, ну, вроде бы A как бы, в принципе, я думаю, сделано. Write a letter to the designer whose work you rejected, explaining why. The letter should be formal in tone and tactful. Remember to include some positive points about the design. Example, it is inappropriate, the approach is perhaps more appropriate for it's not original, we had something a little more unusual in mind. Whose work you rejected? Ну, как отклонил.
Yeah.
Так, I rejected your design because first of all, because the using of different colors, because I think that such colors combinations are more appropriate for other types of designs. This design looks also quite original, but because of the font, it's quite hard to understand what is written there. And I don't know what to say.
Несколько предложений хватит, прощайся.
I hope that you have a great success in your job, and I wish you that with best wishes, Яна.
Thank you. Так, мои хорошие, переходим в следующий кусочек. Это comment and verbals, это real life. Яночка, real life. Thank you. Читаем задание, пожалуйста.
Так, look at the adverbial phrases in bold below. Which of them is used? Так. To say that something is a good news or lucky, to emphasize that what you're saying is true, to emphasize that something is unfortunate, to say that we hope something will happen, to emphasize that something is strange, surprising, or coincidental.
Let's do it.
Так, amazingly enough, nearly 1,000 people came to see the show. Amazingly enough.
It's E, yeah, to emphasize
Да.
strange surprising, yes.
To be perfectly honest. To be perfectly honest, I have no idea what happened. To be perfectly honest, B.
True, thank you.
I'm glad to say that no more cases have been reported. I'm glad to say A.
Yes, very good, thank you.
Quite frankly, I've lost interest in the whole affair. B.
All right, yes.
Thank goodness there was someone there to help me.
A, thank goodness.
A. Так. It's a new job. No one saw you.
A.
No. To my surprise, Teresa has turned down the chance of promotion. E.
Yes, thank you.
All being well, she'll be out of hospital by the end of the week. A.
Thank you. А если D? Hope something will happen?
To tell the truth, I didn't expect there to be so many applicants. E. To tell the truth, to emphasize E, or B, to emphasize that what you're saying is true.
Это B. To tell the truth, B есть.
Andrea comes from a place called Dutton. Do you know it? Yes, I do. Funnily enough, we nearly moved there once. E.
Thank you.
He was nearly an hour late, and to make matters worse, he was drunk when he arrived.
C.
He, to her utter astonishment, he produced a ring and proposed.
И.
Ну да, получается, да.
Thank you. Друзья мои, 8.7 ищем в конце странички 190, какая она там. Так, будем сейчас слушать. Listen to the radio interview with Candice de Berg. Запись 8.7. Находится на странице 172. Слушаем, мои хорошие, и выполняем задание. Путь.
Module 8, Recording 7.
Welcome back. This is Johnny Taylor here on Drive Time, and I'm very glad to say that our next guest has finally arrived. And we're very lucky to have here in the studio with us to talk about her new film, all the way from the USA, Candice de Berg.
Hi there.
Candice, welcome.
It's my pleasure.
Candice, obviously you're known as a major style icon. Your face is in all the top fashion magazines. You're seen at all the most fashionable parties. Tell me, what's it like to be so much in the public eye over in the States?
Well, to be perfectly honest, being seen so much in public can be tough sometimes. I mean, I am lucky to be invited to so many things, but to tell the truth, there are days when I'd rather just be at home watching a video, talking to my cats, just doing normal stuff.
Well, it's a good job you didn't decide to stay at home this evening then. Yeah. Tell me, do you ever get tired of being recognized everywhere you go? Does it become a bore ever?
Well, funnily enough, something crazy happened just the other day here in London that made me think about that. And I was having dinner with a very dear friend, and the waitress came over and she said, "Can you sign here, please?" And I'm thinking, oh no, another autograph. So I asked her, "Who's it for?" And she looked a little confused and she said something, and I just heard the name Bill.
I see.
So I wrote on the napkin, "To Bill with deepest affection, Candace Berg." And much to my surprise, she looked at the napkin and said, "Thank you, but I meant, can you sign for the bill, please? Can you sign the credit card slip?" She didn't want an autograph at all.
Oh dear.
And to make matters worse, they asked me to pay for a new napkin.
Oh dear, how embarrassing. Well, thank goodness you were able to see the funny side of it.
Excuse me?
Well, fortunately, you were able to appreciate the humor of the situation.
Oh, yeah, sure. After we'd left the restaurant, my friend and I had a real good laugh about it.
Right. So, your new film, when will we be seeing that?
Well, my new movie is called Single Girl, and all being well, it should hit the screens just before Christmas. And I...
Угу. Посмотрим, пожалуйста, на слова выражения.
Так, ну, в принципе, все как-то знакомы, понятно все.
Хорошо, возвращаемся. Страничка 85, пожалуйста. Упражнение 2. Яночка, в путь.
How is Candice Berg described? Why do you think she is in London? She's described like a really fashionable person and like the fashion icon.
In
And
London.
yes,
Угу.
and people can see her on different magazines.
Угу.
Why do you think she's in London? I don't know, maybe because of her new film, because of interview.
Quite right. Yeah, thank you.
How would you describe the interview's attitude to her? I don't know what about that, because different phrases didn't sound polite enough.
Угу.
And he was at different moments he was talking to her like they were friends or something.
Quite right. Thank you.
What was the reason for the misunderstanding in the restaurant? The worker of the restaurant asked Candice to sign the bill, and she like didn't heard right what the worker wanted her to do, and she thought that he just wants her autograph, and she signed it like something to Bill, and after that the worker said to her that he wanted her to sign the bill and not the autograph, and they made her to pay for another one and to sign it right.
Quite right. Thank you.
How did Candice react to the misunderstanding? She reacted to this quite positive, and she found something funny in it, and she wasn't upset or angry or something else. How would you describe Candy's attitude to the interviewer? Candice was quite polite, and she was answering the interviewer's questions like normally, and she had really good attitude to the interviewer because she wasn't rude and she was really polite, and she didn't say something wrong, as I heard.
Very well. Thank you. Let's go further, guys.
Who said each of the phrases below, the interviewer or Candice? Which of the phrases in exercise 1 would fit in the spaces? Listen again and check that our next guest has finally arrived. I'm glad to say at the interviewer.
Very well.
Being seen so much in public can be tough sometimes. To be perfectly honest, Candice. But there are days when I'd rather just be at home. But to tell the truth,
Yes.
Candice тоже. Well, didn't he decide to stay at home this evening then? Well, thanks goodness.
Yeah.
At the interviewer.
Mm-hmm.
Something crazy happened just the other day here in London. Funnily enough.
Finally enough.
Да вот я не помню, что там было.
Funnily, наверное. Funnily.
Да, finally enough.
Mm-hmm.
Something crazy happened during the other day here in London with the Candice. And she looked at the napkin and said, "Thank you, bud." And тут я не помню, что она говорила, что она что-то вставила.
Давай пропустим. Сейчас я подсмотрю, вернусь.
Okay. And they asked me to pay for a new napkin.
To her astonishment, Яночка. And to her astonishment, she looked at the
To her
napkin.
astonishment, Так, ну это Candice сказала. Следующую вот Джейд тоже Candice. And так, to make matters worse.
Да.
No?
Мгм.
Так, тут я вот не помню.
It's a good jot, там было, по-моему.
Так, they asked me to pay for a new napkin at the Candice. You were able to see the funny side of it. Так, ну тоже не очень помню.
All being well, по-моему.
All being well, you were able to see the funny side of it at the interviewer. My new movie is called Silly Little Girl, and it hit the screens just before Christmas. And еще раз?
Да, very good. Мгм.
Так.
Четверочку, Яночка, да.
Так, with a partner, write a script of an interview with a famous person. Decide if the person will come across well or badly in the interview and why. Use at least 5 of the phrases from exercise 1. Script of an interview with a famous person. Так. Как сценарий получается для интервью.
Мгм. Попробуем? Несколько предложений давай. Что бы ты спросила, например, yes?
Мгм. Так. У кого-то определенного, да?
Мгм. Что бы ты задала? Спросила, да?
Так, ну, а, how is it walking down the streets knowing that almost everyone knows you?
Very good. Еще.
Um, um, так. Мгм. Так, что еще спросить такого? How is it working on a new project?
Мгм. Еще давай.
Так. Is it easy to make really good friends that want to be friends with you, not only just for your popularity?
Very nice, thank you. Фрейс-билдер я только что посмотрела, Яночка, он сделан аж до 9 июня. Эту книжку мы можем уже положить на полочку. И берем с полочки, пожалуйста, следующую. Юнит 8 проверяем по шрифту, по воркбуку. Страничка 56. Угу. Путь. Первое.
Use the clues to complete the puzzle. The number of letters for each word is given in bricks. With a lot of decoration, especially with many complicated details ornate. Так, with small holes in it to let you wear jewelry. Same adjectives with small holes in it.
Проколотый. Видишь, на пи начинается. Pierced.
Pierced. The line of hair above your eyebrow.
Есть.
To change the color of your clothes, hair, etc. using a liquid of powder. Dye.
Да, и моя хорошая есть.
A low, fast car, often with a roof that can be folded back.
Спортивная.
Sports car.
Да.
Pretty and attractive looking. Pretty and attractive looking.
Милый.
Еще
Милый.
раз.
Яночка.
Cute.
Cute, носи, да.
Soft loose trousers and top that some people wear in bed. Pajamas.
Yes.
Dirty and untidy. Dirty and untidy.
Scruffy.
Scruffy.
Ага.
Too colorful, bright, or expensive looking. Девятое. Сейчас.
Flashy.
Flashy.
Ага.
With a confident, fashionable, and expensive appearance. Это 10.
Sophisticated, да? Вышуканный,
Sophisticated.
sophisticated.
11. Of a color, strong and easy to see, bright,
Мгм.
done in the same way for a long time. То есть, как
Traditional.
traditional,
Мгм.
an object in home which is there because it is attractive rather than useful.
Ornament.
Ornament.
Мгм.
Using very simple ideas or patterns, use the rooms or interiors.
Minimalist пойдет?
Да, minimalist. 15. Not following the unusual rules of how people normally think, dress, behave, etc. Так, not following the usual rules of how people normally think.
Unconventional.
Да. Of furniture, jewelry, etc. made a long time ago and therefore valuable.
Antique.
Это как его? Antique.
Мгм.
A French word used in English to mean fashionable and expensive.
Chic.
Of a form filled with too many things, so it looks untidy.
Cluttered.
A type of casual shoe originally worn for playing sports.
Trainers.
Belonging to the present time.
Современные, да? Contemporary.
Answer the mystery question in the column in the middle.
Не понял, что это за questions in the middle.
То, что, получается, здесь сложился в этом, в кроссворде, получается.
Are you a fashion victim? Яночка.
I think that maybe yes, because something that is in fashion, at first time I don't understand that and I don't like that, but after some time, some of items in fashion, I start like them, and sometimes I buy something.
Mhm. As every girl, right? Maybe not every, right? 57 words with several meanings. Let's do it.
The words in the boxes all have more than one meaning. Read the definitions, then decide which of the meanings applies to each example sentence. Then write the appropriate number in the breaks. As an example, pretty. Of a woman, child, or object, good looking but not really beautiful. Town is a pretty little seaside town with a charming town square and some attractive restaurants on the beach. It's pretty obvious that we won't have many more visitors today.
То есть у нас есть слово красивый. У него есть тут два значения. Первое это более-менее, а второе это шикарный, ну, в плане красоты. И второе значение это gorgeous town, а первое значение it's pretty obvious, достаточно, переводится как достаточно. Хорошо, какой берем, класс или thin?
Давайте thin.
Добро. А вот они идут A, B, C, D, E, F. Видишь, класс, вон он вниз пошел. То есть C будет номер 1, 2, 3, либо 4. Да, будем смотреть? Поехали.
Так, первый object, characteristic of someone or something. equipment, clothes, etc. Action, the general situation, outlook. A self-heating frying pan. There's no such thing. Object.
То есть вариант 2, да? Ответ номер 2, или нет?
Ну, в принципе, да.
Pupils in a school, это ж класс. Класс. Давайте дальше. Financial.
Так. Financial cutbacks mean that all companies executives are how expected to fly economy class.
А здесь класс будет что такое?
Так, сейчас. Третье.
Yes, thank you.
The move leading to Roberto's 73rd million goal showed real class. Четыре.
Yes.
The university aims to encourage more applications from students with a working class background. Первое.
Thank you. Ну, я вижу, принцип мы поняли. Закончим, мои хорошие. Сын, я делаю закладочку. Страничка 57, упражнение 2. До четверга, мои хорошие.
Спасибо.
Спасибо.
До свидания.